Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we're taking a look at one of the final challenges of Streetman Fighter. It is the Cheers Challenge. So I do know criteria-wise what they're looking for is they wanted to showcase happy times, a moment of happiness, things of that nature. But also I would assume they wanted to see some form of integration of what makes the crew like the crew. So we're going to take a look at the 4 remaining crews at this point in time in the competition. I know it is B2B, Ambitious, WDBZ, and Just Jerk. I am going to be playing them in the ranking order of how the competition ended up, with Just Jerk being the last one we view and B2B being the first one. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Alright, we have WDBZ. This is fun. Now I do know Kamel, he had to go to, what's it called? He had to go to the military, so I know he's not in this. I don't think he was in some of the other challenges either. Oh. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, there he is! I love that. It has such a childlike wonder about it. Yeah. Oh man. Oh.
No matter how different.
지금 지는 거야. 우리 위댐보이즈잖아.
Oh. Oh. Oh no, is it gonna make me cry? I haven't cried all of this season. Woo. Oh, this is such a vibe. This feels so them though. I'm so enjoying this. Oh.
You give me goosebumps, yeah. Love you.
Oh.
Different. That's what you've been looking for.
Oh. They left a spot for him. Oh man, I thought I was gonna make it through the whole season without getting teary-eyed. Bonza. Oh, that's so, look. And the thing is they're staring at their own photo too, so it makes sense why they're emotional about it. Yeah! Wow, they should be so proud. That was so nice, and now I'm teary-eyed. Goodness. I made it super far. I did not make it this far in neither Street 1 Fighter series. I made it to, like, the battles. Like, the before dance rank, I think, is how far I made it before I got teary-eyed at something. But man, woo, I loved this so much. This is probably one of my favorite things they've done. It matches the mission so well. Like, this feels like we got to see WDBZ, like, a wholesome side, you know, like how they care for each other, and the friendship and bond that they have is so real and strong. And just how they start is so fun. Just having the memories and stuff in the back, I love that. It's just so fun, so playful. Oh man. And for me, this reminds me of something that I really like about competitions like Vibe and Body Rock, is they have these projections that they would do in the back, and you're able to see, oh man, they're able to captivate you through a particular idea that they have. Sometimes it's based off of memories of them as a crew. Other times it's just a concept or an I've already said it, an idea, something they want you to think about while you're watching their routine. So it's very nice to see that they really took advantage of the projections and that they were able to do that here. So fun. This vibe, so like this feels, you notice like how they're doing it, it just feels so effortless, but it's not full out. Like that's really what this looks like to me. but it looks so good on them in this type of song. Now, my biggest thing my note that I have for them for the whole season is they were trying to approach this type of groove or execution of groove to multiple challenges, and it really wasn't hitting as well as or effective as I think it could have been. But their mega crew, they really performed in more extroversion. Not only that, they also had just the presence of their grooves and in their battles. I really feel like they went for it more aggressively, and here it just feels so. This is why they groove the way that they do, because of this type of aesthetic is so nice, and a lot of the gimmicks that they do, it just feels so childlike in the best way possible. And it goes beep beep beep, and then you have one of them jump up. That was so cool. Now, I don't know if they took that photo and then they brought it over here, or if it was like, I don't know. Like, that's a really cool graphic with the snap and they look behind. That's super cool. And I love the fact that they're panning to Kamel. As much as I want to see the dance, I really love seeing, I feel like he's a part of it. It's really enjoyable. And I think it must have been hard for him to have to leave. And I love the fact that he was there for this. I think that means a lot to the crew. I don't know if they saw him or whatever, but yeah, it just feels da-da-da-da-da. It's the first time I've really seen Ingyu. I feel like he looks so kind here, and he was set up as such a villain in the show, I think. I absolutely love this. It was just rotational, and it just felt like a jump rope, like jump roping, childlike play with the point. That was so fun. Stargazing, it just feels so nice. This right here, I love the build-up, and then they just jump around with the thumbs up. It's so fun. So they're doing a lot of unison choreo too, but just how they're going about it, it just feels so them. Oh, look, man, that jump. It feels so effortless, like they're just vibing and enjoying their time. This little matter how, and just that bleed through is so nice, and I think it's a smart choice that we have Vata dropping. So it just really creates, he could have stayed up with everybody, but everybody kind of leaned, and because of his height, he dropped, and it really was nice to frame and make this way more full because you have another one of our guys just kind of leaning in as well. So nice. I love this. This reminds me, I think this was when they did the eliminations against YGX, is what this looks like here because of the jacket. That's what it reminds me of. But I think it's cool. It's cool that they're recreating that here. It's so cool to just see them have pockets of memories that they're making. I love this because it feels so thoughtful and so intentional, and it makes me feel like I'm a part of their journey. And I think that was the whole point of the challenge. So far, if we're actually ranking them, I think WDBZ for sure. I mean, I haven't seen Just Jerks yet at this point, but I have not seen hit just the breakdown there because he was there for that. It definitely is probably one of my favorite performances period from WDBZ. It's so nice. They're finishing it out. I love the confetti, and I wonder if it gets slippery when you have that much confetti on the stage. I love it. I feel like everybody really gets it. The limbo here, it just feels like a party, I love it. And I love the aerial shot there where you just have the little kicks. It's just the quality of movement that these guys have is so enjoyable. A little Afro influence makes sense with the track. Super fun. Ooh, with the bleed through, melt through, and they grab. And I love this as they sink down. And can we just stop and see for a second that Vata has left a spot for Kamel in this. And I think that is so... that is just, and you don't really notice it until he turns and he's really only acting as my top guys. I love this. And it's because he looks like he's reaching out too. And they go, and that's what gets me, is it's so intentional. There's no discrediting that they purposely left a spot for him. And I love that. I'm so touched by that, and it's not even for me. They don't even freaking know who I am, and that's fine. But just I cannot even imagine the level of intentionality and love that he must feel from them to still be seen and viewed in that light. And just looking at them, you can just see how they're able to see it. And just look at them. it's becoming very real. You know, it's one of the last times they're performing in this way or in this journey, which is very bittersweet. You know, it can be very stressful. It's very competitive. But also, I mean, there's a lot of feelings that probably had never gotten processed in this whole thing because you just have to go, go, go. So I think it's starting to finally hit them because they're just enjoying their time a little bit more now than they have before. Like, that was wonderful. Goodness, man. I'm hopeful for no more tears, but, you know, I still have one more challenge to look at, which is the last one, which could have just as much waterworks. Who knows, maybe more. Anyway, but yeah, this was fabulous from WDBZ, and I'm so glad I got to watch it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been wonderful. At this point, I only have one more challenge to watch before the end of Street Man Fighter for me. I am so happy that I've had the opportunity to react to all of the entire series. It's been awesome, and I can't wait to continue with discussions and possibly a second season. Hopefully that would be really cool, just to be able to do this in real time, because I know I'm about a year late from a lot of these, but it's kind of nice where I get to understand more context of everything too, so it helps me be more objective and help approach these situations or these challenges in a different vibe and different mindset, which is super fun. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.